He's Ro.
She's Meg.
It's
Meg and Ro in the morning.
Good morning.
Buenos dias.
I'm Megan,
And I'm
and I fulfilled a dream of mine this past week. Well, I guess this week, because you're hearing it tomorrow, which is Friday, which is today for you, right?
Yes, it
and we did this on Tuesday, the 12th.
Of the week that you are hearing this.
Yes. You got to introduce yourself.
Oh, and I'm Ro, and I'm gonna have a headache for the next 3 weeks. I'm just staring at my computer screen for hours and hours and hours on end, and hearing my computer laptop sound like a jet engine about to take off into orbit.
Because we're staying busy.
Yeah.
Because last week we did a video shoot with Chelsea Morey of Morey to Love.
Boutique store for plus size and just, I guess regular size. Everybody.
Yeah.
Everybody in Huntington, Texas.
And then this week we shot a K-pop concert.
Mm-hmm.
Next week we're going to Austin.
Mm-hmm.
So you're going to have your hands full for a little while.
I need more editors.
Yeah, we really do. But we're not here to complain about our job.
No.
We're here to actually talk about how awesome our job is.
Yeah.
So
I'm just tired, man. That's all I am. I'm just tired.
You got to get better sleep.
Oh, not even sleep's going to help.
Maybe you should take some ibuprofen.
It's just the amount of editing that I have to do is going to tire me out. That's it. That's all it takes. But we shot a K-pop concert video. No, it's not even a K-pop video.
It's not like a music video. It's a concert video. It's a highlight reel.
Okay, yeah. We need our own
You're really
category.
Struggling today.
We need our own category because we don't make music videos.
We make highlight reels.
We don't make vlogs. We make highlight videos, but highlight videos are short videos. So we make like a documentary highlight recap.
We make promotional videos for people. Are you okay? Should we record this on a different day?
Let's keep it rolling.
Because I feel like my energy is like up here and yours is like down here.
I'm down here because it's going to stay down here.
Well, you need to bring it up. You need to bring it up.
Even tomorrow and the next day and the next day.
Yeah, but we've got like stuff we need to be doing. You got to bring it up. You got to pump up the energy.
Okay.
Pump it up like Black Eyed Peas. Didn't they do that song?
It's called Pump It.
Yeah, same fucking difference. So let me start from the beginning.
Yeah. So
and
it's Tuesday.
I guess no. It was before that.
Oh yeah.
I guess
yeah.
I'm
Way
gonna
before
take over since
this is your thing actually.
It was my thing, but also like you're like half asleep over there.
Yeah.
So I had heard about this K-pop group MustB a long time ago when they came to Houston back in October for K-Fest.
Yeah, must be the word must and just the letter B.
Right.
No, nothing after the B. It's just the letter B.
Yeah, MustB from MustM Entertainment. And
where are they based? What country?
South Korea.
South Korea.
They're K-pop. So I had heard about them then. I didn't see them, but I saw like several of my friends had gone.
Wait, real quick, does only South Korea produce music? Are there like is there like an underground North Korea kind of thing?
I have no idea.
Because I hear
North Korea is under a dictatorship.
Yeah, I mean there might be some like low key underground like group that.
No.
See, because people don't know. That's why I ask.
Yeah.
Because I don't know.
No, I think that they would probably be in jail, but we're not here to talk about South and North Korean politics, bro.
Oh, okay. Well,
what is this episode?
Because people don't know.
This is gonna be like the first episode that a lot of people listen to, and they're gonna be like, "What the fuck is wrong with these two?"
I mean, because I hear K-pop Korea,
right?
But maybe some people don't know what side of Korea,
right? Which is why I specified South Korea when you asked.
I don't know, questions that people might have in their mind or their head.
I think that most people who are listening to this episode know that K-pop comes from South Korea.
I honestly didn't know.
Okay. Well, because we're going to be posting this and people who went to the MustB concert are going to be listening.
I hope so.
So I saw that they came in October. I didn't see them then. And then Eve Pink, which was one of the sponsors for the event that we shot a video at, they started posting that MustB was coming back. And I was like, oh, cool. And the tickets were like relatively inexpensive. So I was thinking about going. And my friend Crystal, shout out to Crystal, I'll have her information linked in the episode description. She was like, hey, Megan, are you going to go? And I was like, I'm not sure. probably not. Maybe though.
Yeah.
And she was like, you should come. It's going to be a really intimate venue. They're a really awesome group. And I was like, well, if my friend's inviting me, then I should go.
Right.
Right. But then a few days later, I woke up and I was like, I have an idea.
Mm-hmm.
You shoot videos.
For a living.
Right.
Kind of cool, actually. That is kind of cool. It is cool.
And I was like, this is a small K-pop group.
Yeah.
Being put
relatively, new. They're freshmen.
Right. They debuted in 2019, but they've like had a long road. They've been more active like in the past year.
Yeah.
And Crystal's friend, who is somebody that I like knew of but had never met before, Rabia, she was the event organizer.
Mm-hmm.
And so I texted Crystal and was like, hey, do y'all need a videographer for the event?
Mm-hmm.
Because even though I'm no like professional videographer, I can hold a camera, right?
Yeah.
And so I was like, Ro and I could do this together. So first I went to you and I was like, hey, what do you think about doing this?
And I'm like, if it's work, it's work.
Right.
I don't care what it is. We could film a cooking video if we have to.
Right.
I can film a video about puppies being born. I don't care. As long as I'm holding a camera, I'm up for it.
Right. So I got Ro's approval, and then I talked to Crystal, and Crystal talked to Rabia, who said yes, and then she told Crystal yes, who told me yes. Mm-hmm. It was like a chain, you know?
Yeah.
And so we got connected with them, and we're told, yeah, you can be the videographer. And I was like, wow, exciting stuff. So we called with Crystal, talked about the details, called with Rabia, talked about the details.
Yep.
And then on Tuesday, we headed down to Houston.
Yeah. So if people are like, how did you get this thing? Well, you gotta, in this industry, I guess in film and music, whatever, it's who you know.
Networking is huge.
It's who you know. It honestly comes down to who you know.
Right.
And then behind of who you know, it's what you know, what to do.
Right.
So, I mean, it's like, cool, Megan knows all these people, but she wouldn't have the skill set to, like, you know, run the whole venue.
Right.
And so it's like who you know and then what you know. It's never what you know and then who you know.
Right. So definitely it helps. Like, if you guys, my biggest thing, I'm all over the place. My biggest thing about, like, if you want to get into a certain industry is just make a lot of friends.
Talk.
And be a genuine person.
Yeah. Don't. I told this to I think it was Miguel or Manuel.
Manuel.
Yeah. It was like me and him for a bit, and it was like, no, not Manuel, Min.
Oh, Mendo.
The photographer of the event.
Love Min. Putting his stuff in the description below.
Because I was talking to him, I was like, yo, I kind of, like, he was being for real. He was being real with me. He was, you know, like, I wouldn't say acting a fool, but he was acting himself. He was like dancing around, like being funny and silly. And I was like,
right.
This dude's pretty chill. I kind of like him already.
Right.
He spoke their language, so he was like counting down like 3, 2, 1 or 1, 2, 3, whatever.
Yeah. How do you say?
Yeah, in Korean. And I was talking to him. I was like, bro, I hate professionalism. Like, I hate corporate talk. I hate this. And he was not corporate talk, like, hey, yes sir, no sir, kind of crap. He was like,
right,
dude, are you tired? Like, I am exhausted. Like, fuck this.
Right. Like, immediately there was like a kinship between everybody who was working together. Mm-hmm. Right. Mm-hmm. And I think that when you're like too professional, because there's like a certain level of professionalism that we had, you know, with everybody.
Yeah.
But like, you don't want to be too professional and too clinical.
Yeah.
You know?
I mean, we told some of the people that were like working the event, I looked at them and it was a Hispanic themed venue, Aztec art, Frida art everywhere. Mm-hmm. So it was a like Hispanic owned venue. And then one of the persons was like, you know, having a nice drink. I'll just put it that way. And I was like, bro, I would love one right now, but I can't because I have to work. And I looked at the other person. I was like, man, you need one of those drinks because you look stressed out. And then she's like, I kind of do want one, but I can't. And I'm like, well, you need one, so.
Right. We were all just like having a really good time.
Yeah, we're all chilling. We're all really just chilling, but still working and being pro at the same time.
Right. So I'm going to introduce MustB real quick. Mm-hmm. They're a 5-member group from MustM Entertainment. You can find them on Instagram at official_MustB, and I'll have their links down below in the description. So the leader, his name is Taegon. And
blonde guy.
He was blonde. And then Wooyeon was, I believe he was the one with pink hair.
The English speaking one.
Yes. Then there was Doa, Soohyun, and Sihu.
Mm-hmm.
Or Shihu? I think it was Sihu. And I'm so sorry, guys, if you're listening to this and I mispronounce your names.
If you are listening to this, hey, how about you share this? You know what I'm saying?
Right?
Y'all cool.
So, let's see. We had like full backstage access. The only thing we didn't do is like when they were in like their green room, like we didn't bother them or anything like that.
Yeah, like green room, their dressing room.
Right.
We went to like her rehearsal room. The rehearsal room is like a ballet kind of room where they have like the poles and the mirrors.
Mm-hmm.
You can like practice your dances.
Right.
But we didn't bother them too much. There was no point on bothering them either.
Right.
They were hella busy too.
Oh, absolutely. No, as soon as they got there, like they were super busy.
Look, bro, I now understand. I got homies that are in. I got a homie. I know somebody in Broadway.
Mm-hmm.
She acts. She does the whole Broadway shebang thing, whatever.
Right.
Not knowing what it's supposed to be like before going to Broadway, and you just go to the event like, oh, okay, cool, whatever. But now going into this event and realizing what it takes to do a pre-check show or pre-show, whatever.
Right.
Like, bro, I didn't do anything, but I was already stressed out.
Right. Well, because
Like-
the energy is stressed.
Like
the energy is
walkie-talkies
high.
running back and forth. Where are they at? Open the gate. Tell them to shut the fuck up. Like, and it was just like over and over and over and over. I'm like, yo, I'm not even part of that,
Right.
but I'm already stressed.
Right.
I'm already tired, and it's not even 3:00 yet.
Right. So the first thing we did was when they got there, and luckily the fans didn't see them. Like they pulled into a place where the fans couldn't see them, so that way they could come into the venue. And I was struck by how pretty they all were.
Those dudes are tall too.
They were very tall
You were
and very
struck by how
pretty.
pretty they were. I was a fan of the car that was behind them.
I was like, I don't know like hardly any Korean, basically. Like I know like certain words and stuff.
Like hello, goodbye, yes and no.
Right. So I was just like, 안녕하세요.
Yeah.
안녕하세요. And then after they went inside, because we were getting like footage of them like getting out of the van.
Yeah.
Because like we're doing this whole video for them, right?
Mm-hmm.
And like it kind of hit me then. I was like, oh shit.
I'm
like,
working a K-pop event.
I'm not just volunteering at a K-pop event, which I've done several times.
That's one thing because you're not around the
Right. I'm
artists.
not when you volunteer for a K-pop group, you're not around them. But when you, like I was working for them, with them, like around them.
Yeah.
And I was like, whoa, if you had told me when I got into K-pop that I would be doing something like this, I wouldn't have believed you.
Same.
Okay.
Same. It was cool because I was like this is pink hair guy, and then I'm like right
Wooyeon.
here, and then I'm like this with the camera, and I'm like staring to the side, and he's just like,
yeah,
and I'm like, all right, cool, whatever.
Right.
I don't know who you are, but I'm glad that you're cool with me and I'm cool with you.
Right.
You're not like, oh no, don't get near me. It's just like whatever.
Right.
I guess if you're just cool around them, if you treat them like a nobody, not necessarily a nobody.
If you just treat them like a normal person.
Yeah, if you just like a regular coffee shop drinker.
Right.
If a coffee drinker and a coffee shop drinker. If you treat like a regular coffee drinker, whatever. Right?
Right.
Yes, they are coming up in fame. They do produce music. They are making tours. They did go from is that Alaska? I'm pretty
Alabama.
sure Alabama to California, Georgia, Minnesota, and Texas.
They're gonna go to the United Arab Emirates too.
And so they're doing their world tour. It's a world tour.
They've been to Romania, I'm pretty sure.
And so they're doing a small world tour. It's like, oh yeah, cool. You're traveling the world and you're singing. Awesome. I just need you to say hello to the camera. That's it.
Right.
I'm not gonna bother you. I don't want you I'm not gonna starstruck over you. And I would do that with anybody else.
Right.
Like either would be my famous artist. I'm like, cool. I'm in my work zone.
Right.
I'm gonna treat you like a client and a regular coffee drinker.
Right.
Cause
that's a weird analogy, but yeah.
Yeah, you know what I'm trying to say. I'm just saying
I
that
actually
because
don't know what you're trying to
I'm just
say.
feeling like a normal person. Like normal people drink coffee, so you're as normal as me drinking coffee.
Okay, I see what you mean.
But
now.
the fans though,
so
they crazy.
I I will say
y'all look good crazy. I'll put it that way. Y'all look good crazy.
The smaller the group, I've noticed,
the crazier,
the more passionate the fans are.
More passionate, man. They are in love.
Yes.
They want to
I feel so like I've been to like a huge concerts, right? Like I saw BTS for my birthday. That was at the SoFi Stadium. That's a huge concert. And like while BTS do like have very, very passionate or quote unquote crazy fans, I feel like when you're in a smaller group, it's easier to tell who's like the most passionate.
Yeah.
And so
I will say the most passionate was a girl that bought that 8x10.
Oh my God. So her mom bought that for her.
Yeah. Her mom. Yeah. But that's how passionate that person is.
Right.
8x10. It's not like this kind of
not
like
8 inches by 10 inches.
It's 8 foot
by
10
foot
by 10 foot canvas of these 5 guys, and they all signed it in front of her. They took a picture with her, but I'm not gonna disclose the price because it was like, what the heck, bro? But I mean, it's not thousands. Okay, it's under 1,000. To put it that way.
Right.
But dude, that's a hardcore mom. She finna put in some overtime.
Right. For her daughter. Congrats to that daughter.
Her daughter finna do all the dishes.
Right.
Every day.
Right. So
Lord have mercy. Shout out to her.
That was really cool.
Yeah.
And they call it a mural.
Yeah.
And that 8x10 mural was like apparently the only one they made for the tour. Like there wasn't any other murals for the tour.
I thought the mural as in like, yo, y'all painted a face of them outside of the wall. Like,
no.
That's what I thought. And I'm like, yo, this venue's committed.
Right. So let's see. We did sound check with them. And
yeah, so I guess if for my first time, this is how it went for me. Showed up. Unfortunately, it was windy and it's about to sprinkle, so I couldn't fly the drone, unfortunately.
Right.
But we went in, did a walkthrough of everything. Upstage, backstage, left and right, sound check, the seating area, where they're going to be at. We did a walkthrough, so I know where to position us. After that, we had like a team meeting, right? Or volunteer meeting.
Yeah.
Like, go here, don't go here, respect, blah, blah, blah. Like the normal stuff, right? As in normal, like, don't bother them, don't get on their face, but at the same time, help them out if they need help, blah, 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 whatever. Okay, cool. And then came pre-sound check because they were checking the mics to see if they work.
Right.
After that came sound check with the group. They did their dances. They did their numbers. Numbers as in like sections of what is what. They sang a song. They danced. They did the light check. Everything else cool. Blah blah blah. Awesome. And then while all this is happening, there's like the fans doing their wristbanding and buying their tickets and then buying merch. And then they also had silent auction for pictures of the picture and autograph of each artist, or singer, or whatever.
Each member of the group.
Member. There we go. And so all of that was going on, and I'm just like, yo, we got there at 2, and it's not even showtime yet. And a lot is happening.
Right.
A lot is happening right now. And it's just like, yo, I thought about owning a venue was cool until you see it like behind the scenes.
Right.
And it is not cool whatsoever.
Right.
It is so crazy. I don't know what it was like when Standpipe did music nights or whatever. Probably not as crazy, but equal up
they're very
par.
Similar. But I think K-pop is just a different breed.
Yeah.
Because I don't think I've said this. I'm a K-pop fan. I think that should be clear by the fact that I've said that I've gone to concerts, I've volunteered at concerts, things like that. I'm a huge K-pop fan. I'm a huge multi-fans. Yeah, my tattoos, my giant tattoos. But K-pop fans, I think, are kind of a different breed than the music that, like, K-pop in general is like a different thing.
Correct.
Right?
Yeah.
So, at one point we had like a little bit of a break, and so I went outside.
Shit, break was like 2 seconds.
I went outside. They had Soulside Wings, a food truck from Houston.
Oh, bro, soup, the fries.
The fries were really good. So I went to go get us some sandwiches, and I texted Ro. I was like, hey, like, I'm outside.
I'm like, hey, I'm with the artist.
And I was like, what? And, like, I'm going to be honest. When you order food from a food truck, it always takes, like, forever. This is not, like, Soulside Wings exclusive.
No, it's
like
food trucks in general.
Food trucks in general, like, it does not matter. Like, if you're the first person in line, you're going to wait probably 20, 30 minutes for your food.
Yeah.
So, I told the guy at Soulside Wings, I was like, I'm sorry, I'm one of the videographers. Can you just hold my food for me? Because like I need to go and interview the group. And he was like, yeah, that's fine. So I run inside, and luckily once I got to you,
I was still waiting.
You were still waiting.
Yeah, because there was another, not a videographer, but he was like a
Kevin Wu. He was
a reporter.
Yes.
Okay, he's like a reporter, a Chinese reporter.
Yeah.
For Chinese media.
Yeah.
So he was there before I was, and so I was like, okay, I'm gonna just wait my turn.
Right.
But he took longer than expected, and so we literally had 3 minutes. No joke. No more, no less. We literally had 3 minutes to ask what we had to ask.
Right. Because like the whole day was kind of, and this generally happens. This is not to the fault of the artist or the organizers or anybody.
No.
But these events will always run late.
Yeah. And I can now see why.
Right. And so Rabia was able to get us in for a short interview, but I mean, it was a short interview.
Sure, bro.
I didn't have that much time.
It was like, what's your name? What you like? Say something in Houston.
Right.
That was it.
Pretty
that
much.
was it.
That was almost, yeah. I think
it was only
so.
3 to 4 questions. That's all we got.
And so they were really sweet. I want to stress that.
Oh, dude, they were chill.
They were super duper sweet. They were really funny.
Super cool.
And we're excited for this like highlight video to come out, this promotional video. But, you know, I do wish and I hope that next time MustB come to Houston, we'll have more time with them.
Well, I'm glad we did it because next time it won't be as a headache.
Right. Well, because
like,
it'll be like we'll know what to expect.
Yeah. Whether it be MustB or it'd be somebody else like Black Pink. I think that was, or Pink or something. I don't know.
Blackpink is a K-pop group.
Okay.
They're very, very, very popular.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I don't know. It could be them or is it ATs?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. It could be somebody. I don't care who it is actually.
Right.
It could be somebody famous, whether it be K-pop or Spanish rock or hip hop or whatever. Like we know what to expect.
Right.
We know the rundown. We got our rough draft. This was our rough draft.
I will say, I think that I wanted to be like polite, you know, and I think that this has taught me that I need to be a little bit more forceful.
Yeah.
When it comes to working with artists like this, not being forceful with them, but like with the organizer or the manager or whoever, and being like, hey, you know, you hired us for this job. I need 10 minutes with the group. You know, I mean, if they're like, oh, well, you can't have 10 minutes. I need 5 minutes then, right? Because we just settled for what we were able to get, which was enough for the video. But I wish that we could have done something more in depth, right? Yeah.
I've learned that in this, I just do with confidence.
Right.
Because when it came to like going on stage and like being on stage with the artist,
right,
it was, I had like a little bit of hesitation. Like, can I go up there? Should I go up there? Can I ask? And I was like, you know what? I'm not going to ask. I'm just going to show up, be there, ready for the camera. And be like,
I think I got that way towards the end of the night.
Yeah. And that sucks.
Right.
Because me too, like towards the end, I was like, okay, I'm going to just do it with confidence. But we should have done it like from the beginning.
Right. Well, because it was our first gig, right? So it was one of those things where we're at the start, we're nervous. This is unknown to us. You know, for me, I was like starstruck.
Right. Yeah.
And like trying not to be starstruck.
Yeah.
And so we may have to go over time a little bit in this episode. So we may have to reset the cameras here in a couple minutes.
Go for it.
Because I don't want to like cut anything out, and we've only got 5 minutes left on our timer.
Well, you keep going.
Okay, great. Do you want me to like pause for a second?
Nah, keep going.
Okay. I think that was like a really huge thing. Was, oh, did you already reset it?
Yeah, I already did.
Oh wow, that was fast. And this is like, I don't know, I feel like this is advice that I can give to fans too.
Especially the fans.
Right? Is like, you're gonna be nervous because like you really admire them, but just like be confident, right?
Yeah.
Don't be overconfident. Correct. Don't be arrogant or egotistical. But for us, towards the end of the night, I was just like making decisions. Like I would do it and then be like, this is what I did, you know?
Yeah.
Because like once the concert was over, and the concert was really good. Yeah. They're really good dancers. They're really good performers.
It took a while, but they didn't just sing. They did like 2 sections of Q&As or 3 sections.
2 or 3.
Then they played games. And I was like, what? We're playing games at this concert?
Right.
But it was fun because It was a small group. It was about a little bit over 100 people.
Right.
So, I mean, if you're like, 100 people at a concert, that's a little bit. But if you put 100 people in a room, that's a lot of people.
Right.
So it was about a little bit over 100 people. Very small concert event. I'll call it an event. Very small event.
It was what we call it in K-pop is a fan meet.
Okay. So very small but lengthy fan meet.
Right.
But it was worth it because you saw like them being themselves and then like them joking around and not being taken serious.
Right.
And it's just like, yo, I'm gonna have fun and I'm gonna like prank or like mess with one of my members. And it's like, oh, okay, cool, whatever. And we're just there to like tag along and like, all right, cool, bet.
Right.
And so I was just like watching. I was like, why are we playing paper rock scissors? Or why are we playing? Was it cha whatever?
Oh gosh, what was that game called? It's where you like.
It's where the game where you like
have your hand out and then you have to move.
Point.
Yeah.
I won.
It's like a really, it's a really well known Korean game. Like they play it like with a lot of groups, and we did like the mystery box challenge. And the cool thing about how like intimate this venue was is that, well, first of all, because we were the videographers, we got to go right up to the stage. And if you are in the first row of a K-pop concert, or any concert really, like where the artist does like a lot of interaction, turn on your phone, okay, turn on the camera, start recording in selfie mode, and then point it at them. So that way they get the hint to take it. So I have a really cool video with Taegon. Because he took my phone and like took it on stage and then he gave it back to me. And I was like, oh, that's really cool. And they were doing that with like a lot of the fans. But you can't just like have your phone like normal, like recording on the front camera. You have to like do it on the selfie cam and hold it out like, please record yourself on my phone. And you did that too with one of the members.
Yeah, it was like 4 seconds.
Right.
That he got my phone.
And he recognized that you were the videographer.
Well, I had my camera in his face and I had my phone in his face. And I was like, you better take it.
Right.
I got all this on video. If you don't take it, I'm going to post it.
Right. And so, let's see. After the concert, and they're really good singers. They're very talented singers.
Yeah.
We were doing the fan interactions next. So first it was the group photos, and it was like groups of 5.
Yeah.
The members stood behind them, like the girls or the fans would sit in the chairs in front of them, and so that was first. And then what was after that? The high touch. Was after that, where you get to high five them. And I was like, this was the point in the night where I was like, all right, I'm just going to do what I want. I'm not going to keep asking permission for stuff.
At this point, I was like, I'm going to just go up there. I don't care what they say.
Right. And I think Rabia appreciated that because we weren't like going up to her like, hey, do we have permission to go on the
stage?
I
was there like, this right here, this cup. You can't see it on video, but this is one of the members. And I was literally like right here filming them, and then Rabia comes up and I was like, dang it, she's gonna tell me something. And then she said, hey, you make sure you get them autographing. I was like, all right, bet, I got you. And so I was just there like this. I didn't go this close, but I'm gonna over exaggerate the situation. I was there and like this is his
over
ear.
His shoulder.
Yeah, and I was like just like filming right there, and I'm like, bro, can you like slide, like can you sign slower, because I can't get it on video. Move your hand, you're out of focus. I did that with every member. And
really?
She was just like, hey.
Did they like look at you at any point?
Oh no,
they must be used to being on camera.
Yeah, and then Robbie was just like, hey, just make sure you get all their autographs. I was like, yeah, I got you.
Right.
And then Shelly, the fan that she made, not the fans, but the fan that she made, the little personal fan.
Oh, the pickets?
Is that what it's called?
Yeah.
Okay, well, the picket, I was gonna film. Well, I wasn't gonna film. I was already filming, and then Robbie comes back and is like, hey, make sure you film that too. She made that. And I was like, oh, okay, yeah. I was like, I was going to film her either way because I know her.
Right.
I was like, yeah, I got you. And then she's like, yeah, make sure you get that. And I was like, all right, whatever. And then like, here I am again over their shoulder just filming them autographing the piece of paper or the picket.
Right.
And so, yeah, I mean, I just did what I did, and she just made sure I was getting what she wanted. And I was like, all right, yeah, cool, whatever.
Right, exactly. I think that because it was so new to us, we were both just like, we don't want to offend the group or like the organizer or anything like that.
Yeah.
And then we were like, wait, we have to do this. We have to do this.
We have to annoy.
This is our job.
We have to push.
And so at one point I went to Rabia and I was like, hey, after everybody's gone through the high touch, I'm going to go through with my camera and wave. And she was like, oh, that's a great idea. And I was like, why was I worried about doing my job?
Yeah.
Although I will say, we were wearing all black, right?
Yeah.
Because
actually, everybody. Yeah.
Like all the staff was wearing all black.
All the staff was all black.
And we had already, like, I had done the interview and stuff. So they knew that I was like part of the staff. But the fans, and don't try this at an event unless you are part of the staff. The fans aren't allowed to have their phones out for those kinds of things. That's standard for every company. Okay, you can't have your phone out for high touch or group photo or anything like that.
Yeah.
But because I was staff, because I was the videographer, and Ro, in the video version, you can insert this clip of me like going through and waving at them. I got to do that because I was the staff. But don't try that at an event. You'll get in trouble and maybe get kicked out. So I actually, when they were doing the fan sign, which was the next thing after the high touch, I was like, Ro needs to get like a POV shot of them while they're signing, right? Like from the front, from the fans' perspective. And so I went and bought a shirt. I don't have it on right now because I needed to wash it. But I went and bought a shirt, which got me into the fan sign. So I got a poster, and here's the poster. At some point, I'm going to put it behind me somewhere in my background, but it's signed by all the members. And so I went the very last. I was the very last person in the fan sign, pretty much.
Yep.
And Ro basically was like standing behind me while I interacted with the members.
Yeah. So you can like see their actual reactions, like smiling or talking or whatever. They have some strong cheekbones. I will say that.
Yeah.
Because you got to smile a lot.
Right.
And I'd be tired of smiling. Be
So,
like, yeah. But I'll do like the emoji where it's not even smiling, just showing teeth.
oh my God.
Just like, yeah, whatever.
The grimace emoji.
Yeah.
What did you think of how that shot turned out? Have you seen it yet, or like did you think it turned out well?
I didn't even look at the footage.
But it probably turned out good.
Yeah, I have lots of footage to look through. I'm not even gonna look at it till next week.
Yeah, that's a good
idea. I'm
idea.
not even gonna bother it.
Well, because you're still finishing up another video.
Yeah.
What other video did we get? Because I don't feel like that was the last thing.
We got the.
Oh, I did the something.
Yeah, you did the not Polaroid.
So the very last event. So it was the concert, then the group photo, then the high touch, then the fan sign, then the Polaroids. And they had like Polaroid cameras where they were like taking film pictures. And let's see. They actually ended up running out because I went and bought a ticket to do a Polaroid with Tagon, because when I was doing the fan sign, I noticed that he had a tattoo on his hand.
Yep.
And I was like, well, I have tattoos and he has tattoos and he's been really sweet to me the whole time. So I was like, I'll go get like a Polaroid so that way I can put it like in my background somewhere, right? For the podcast. And I'm waiting in line with everybody else. And Crystal, who was like helping out Rabia, was like, hey guys, we ran out of Polaroids. So you get to take a photo with your phone, or you can get a refund. And I was like, I'll just take a photo with my phone. So here it is. Ro's gonna insert it. It's also on my Instagram. And it turned out really cute. We did hand hearts. It was cute.
It's funny because they're like, no touching, no hugging, no blah, 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 whatever. And they were all hugging and touching. So
right. No, the members were like hugging and touching. Yeah, the
members were hugging and touching because they're like, we're going to interact with y'all.
Right.
This is like an intimate kind of venue, or intimate event, actually.
Right. And so I got that, and you took some video of that, but you didn't take video of me doing it. I think that you were like sitting in the back.
I was on the back doing calculations.
Yeah. Let's not talk about this.
No. Talk to me personally about calculations.
Ro loves calculating stuff.
Yeah.
He loves numbers. So then after that, they wrapped up the Polaroid like photo taking session.
Mm-hmm.
We took a picture. We did like the video and picture with the girl who got the big 8x10 mural.
Yeah.
Then the staff, took a picture with them.
Poor men.
And poor Men. Shout out to Men. He was a real trooper.
Yeah.
And he didn't get in the picture. But they were tired. The event ended at like almost midnight. And it was supposed to end at 10.
Yeah.
If that gives you any idea how exhausted everybody was.
So we were there from 2 to 12.
Yes.
10 hours of filming and... Yeah, filming. 10 hours of filming.
And networking and interacting with everybody.
Yep. Lots of networking. It's mainly networking than filming.
And it was just like... We had a 2-hour drive back home. Mm-hmm. And everybody else lived in Houston.
Mm-hmm. They're like, I'm on Uber home. I'm like, well, good for you. I got to drive home.
Right. I had driven us to Houston and Ro drove us back because I get road hypnosis.
I just want to go home.
So I gave Rabia a hug, thanked everybody. They had to get back to their hotel. Overall, it was a really, really good experience.
Yeah.
I would do it again.
I really wanted to do like a bro hug, like grasp hand one, lean into shoulder, pat back.
Right. With the group?
Yeah, with the group. But I'm like, I don't think they know what that is.
I don't think so.
I'm like, dang it.
Did you see how I kept like bowing all the time?
Freaking like the little bird drinking the little water.
Oh my God, yeah.
Yeah, but I want to do the bro hug so bad. I was like, bro, y'all chill. But I was like, I'm pretty sure y'all don't know what that is.
Or if they do, I mean, it would
like,
be like awkward to do that with staff.
Yeah, but I fuck with you. I'll see you later, G.
I think that maybe Wooyeon would have understood.
I'll catch you later, bro. H-time, we hold it down.
But like, I don't think the other members who didn't speak as good English would have understood. Yeah. If you were like, yeah, I fuck with you, they'd be like,
you,
what?
What? No. Not like that, bro. Not like that.
But no, they like, if you had gotten to hug them and I didn't, I would have fucking pissed.
I would have been like, all right, yeah. I'll hug the K-pop group.
We took a picture with a K-pop group.
Yeah.
And that was cool. Overall, they were really, really nice. Everybody was really nice. The staff, the group. Mm-hmm. A huge thank you to Rabia and Crystal for getting us the gig, Rabia for trusting us with this experience, and
shout out to the groups, like their manager, their coordinator, their CEO, their everything. Mm-hmm. I guess I was the CEO's wife. I'm not sure what she was.
There was a stylist, but
I was there, yeah, a stylist too. Everybody that worked with them, they
mm-hmm.
were like treating the volunteers like
really, really nice.
They were like, yeah, chill, They weren't like, yo, no, step back,
Mm-hmm.
We're like, yeah, just do what you gotta do, but do it respectfully. We're like, all right, cool.
Right. Big shout out to the sponsors of the event: Eve Pink, Pop Fancy, Snap 2 Official. Shout out to our friend Chelly from Rose Colored Prints for designing mm-hmm. the merch. And yeah, we had a great experience. What was your first? I want to ask you, like, what was your first experience with K-pop like? What did you think?
Stressful.
Would you go to a show?
It was actually kind of fun seeing them like dance and do all these fun games. Mm-hmm. I'm pretty sure not all K-pop events are like that.
Right. But this didn't turn you off from K-pop.
No, I mean, they were actually pretty cool.
Right.
The games they were playing, I was like, oh, it's kind of fun. It's kind of funny.
Right. Because you don't see that at like Western concerts.
I don't see that at any concert except for Logic, who plays his Nintendo Wii or Switch while in the middle of his concert.
Right.
That's the only thing he does. That's the only thing that I've seen happen. Like, that's like a separate thing from like, we're gonna sing and mm-hmm. we're gonna dance, but you know what? Logic's like, I'm gonna play a little game real quick. Y'all watch me play.
Right.
Plays one game. All right, let's get back to the concert.
Right.
So this one's like they're dancing, they're singing, they're singing, they're playing games, they're interacting with their fans. So it was cool. Like it wasn't like, oh my god, I'm not gonna go back.
Right.
This one was pretty tight. It was super chill.
So you would go to like You would go to a K-pop event with me just as a fan.
If it was another fan event,
Fan meet.
Yeah, but I'm pretty sure like concert wise, I think it'd be a lot more stressful actually. Like actual concert.
Like a big concert.
Yeah, if we had to work it, so all right, you gotta do this. I'm like, shit, bro. I need more members.
Right.
I need more crew members.
We'll probably do more K-pop events in the future. Currently, nobody else is coming to Houston. At the time of we're recording this, nobody else has announced they're coming to Houston. Everybody's going to Dallas. Boo.
It's too far. Too far and too boring of a drive.
Yeah. So next time somebody comes to Houston, hopefully we can participate in that.
Yep.
And hopefully you guys are looking forward to the video that we'll be doing for MustB. Videos, maybe.
Yeah, videos.
And we hope that you enjoyed listening to our experience. This is a longer podcast than usual, but this is kind of an apology for taking last Friday off. So
we're busy.
We are busy.
We're making content.
Currently I have no idea what Monday's video is going to be.
Me either.
But next week we'll be gone to Austin.
Just know we're going to produce a little bit less because we're a lot busier.
Right.
That's facts.
That's facts. Thank you, MustB, for being incredible. Thanks to everybody who was participating. When they come back to Houston, I want to go see them again. Like, I think that...
Like, hey, dude, I was your videographer. Now I'm here just to be here.
Right. I think that maybe next time we should just... Unless Rabia and the CEO of MustM really, really like the video that we did, which they may, maybe we should just go as fans next time.
But what's up with it? I already forgot their names. The pink hair guy. I like
Wooyeon.
him. Yeah, the youngest one.
He wasn't. He was the second youngest. I will just personally thank them now, and then we'll end off the video. Thank you, Taegon, Wooyeon, Doa, Soohyun, and Sihu. Thank you guys. It was a lot of fun.
Like my art. That's all I got to say.
This will be up in the next video that we have. We'll just start collecting art for our backgrounds. All right, guys. Thank you for listening, and we'll see you next time.
Use a fucking coaster.
Because apparently that's his tagline for some reason.